You think he will be in shape?
I hope he's in shape. He looks like he's in shape. I've seen photos of him, but photos can only give you a couple hundred words. But the fight in general will give you the rest of the story.
What motivates you about that fight in particular?
The fact of redemption, the fact of getting revenge. The first couple fights, I don't think they were promoted the right way. I really don't think when we did the Ultimate Fighter, they said that I was afraid of him, that I got out of the fight because I didn't want to fight him. People don't understand that I went and got neck surgery after that. The next week I went and got C6, C7 fused to my neck. They never said that on television. I got the bad rap out of it that I was afraid to fight Chuck, and that's what a lot of fans thought, and that's not what it was. And once again, here we are. I would have never said yes for this fight, but and at the end of the day, the one that said it lasts longest, and I'll be doing that.
And about Chuck, it's kind of fascinating because we haven't seen him fight in 8 years. When he was at his best, again, he's one of the best ever, but not having any information about where he is over the last 8 years as far as training and shape and physical ability. How do you game plan and how do you train for a guy like that?
Well, that makes it tough. We're training for the Chuck Liddell that fought Tito back in the day. That's the guy we're training for. I know that he puts out some of it. We see a little training footage, and some of it looks a little hoaxy, in my opinion. Sometimes I think he's playing a little bit of possum.
Really?
Or maybe he's going full board. Either way, Chuck's a fighter. Chuck was, not that he's not an athletic man, not that he's not, he's strong, but he's a fighter. But that guy's got a fighter mentality, and he goes at you and he tries to kick your ass. And that's the guy that we're getting ready for.
We know what is motivating Tito for this fight. He hasn't beaten you. You've beaten him twice. You've knocked him out 2 times. What is motivating you for this fight?
I wanted to get back in the fight, and I decided when this got me started, I started trying. I really wanted. It started making me feel like I wanted to get back into it, and then I had fans saying, "Stay retired. You can't do this." And I don't like being told I can't do anything, so I like to prove people wrong. And then fighting Tito, it just came up, and I needed if I was going to think about coming back, I needed a warm-up fight. So, you need a tune-up fight. Let's go to the old faithful and go knock out Meathead.
Was there a moment, because you said you had the 2-week trial period, was there a moment that something happened, that catalyst that said, okay, now I'm good with going through the rest of this camp? Was there one moment?
Yeah, well, the first 2 days, the first 3 days, the first 4 days, first 5 days, I run high-level tests on these guys, and I know what my guys are doing and the standard guys are doing. And when I saw Chuck's results, I was like, oh boy, we're in big trouble here. But he made these adjustments so fast, and he's such a hard worker. And being that he's a legend, and tell me, okay, I'm gonna stay with you, because there was a lot of people pulling on him. But he saw what I do, he saw how I do it, and my main concern was his health, his wellness. It wasn't so much about me trying to get credit for anything, but it was just making sure that he stays healthy and, he's training the proper way he should train at 48 years old.
What do you think, Tito?
I was only 30 seconds. You can't be that tired that quick. Man. You guys gonna call this a quick motherfucking night. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. You want it out? Alright. That shit was like junk. Oh, I think myself junk. Wow. I guess we're getting home.
This is gonna be an event that I'm really looking forward to. It's our very first MMA event. Golden Boy MMA presents Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz. When you think about Tito Ortiz, when you think about Chuck Liddell, you think about pioneers, you think about legends. And I mean, if you were to ask me, who your favorite fighters are in the MMA world, all I think about is Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell, I mean, who doesn't like watching a final chapter? A fight that we know is going to be a great fight. Because the last two were great.
Speaking of the workout last week that we were at, you and Chuck both worked out. You were not impressed with Chuck's workout. You left. You kind of hecked him a little bit. What did you make of that workout? Give us a scouting report of how you think Chuck looked in that workout last week.
Maybe he was warming up. He was just warming up, and hopefully he is faster. My sparring partners are fucking a lot faster, and I get punched and I get out of the way of their positions. So I'm really excited for the fight. It's behind us now. I don't even look at that anymore. Right now, it's about fighting. It's about fighting the fight I need to fight, and that's putting the pressure on him. All the pressure is on him. He's supposed to win. He's supposed to win by knockout. He has to win by knockout, and that's what I'm gonna prove him wrong.
Last week, you guys were at the open workouts in West Hollywood, and Tito was kind of heckling you a little bit at the open workout. I don't know if you saw the video or if you even heard him at the time when it happened. What were your thoughts on that?
Look, I heard him at the time. Watch the video. You see he's walking out the door, right? As he's saying that, he's leaving because there's no security there, so I think he was worried I would turn around and say something. He's just an idiot. It's one of those things. I used to work in bars. You remember those guys that when you're working the door and they're talking about how they're going to kick your butt as they walk down the street. They just keep walking, but they keep talking about they're kicking your butt and keep walking. Yeah, they really think they're going to. He was worried about me checking him right there, so that's why he walked out the door.
It seems like you're over this a little bit. Like you're over kind of seeing him all the time now.
I was over seeing him when it started. I mean. He gives me a headache sometimes when he speaks. And that's the thing that Tito has a hard time wrapping his mind around, is that, he's like, oh, Chuck must need the money. That's why he's coming out of retirement. I'm like, I don't think like him. I didn't fight for the money. I don't fight for fame. I fight because I love fighting. I came back to fight because this makes me feel alive. I'm excited to be in the ring. It has nothing to do with money. If it was money, I would have done one of those other organizations with a big guarantee, not taken a big gamble on some big show. I'm a conservative type of guy. If I needed the money, I would have gone the conservative route. I don't, so I can gamble. I'll gamble with house money. I'm good. So I'm on gamble. Yeah, we could make a lot of money for the show, but we could not. But that doesn't matter. I get to fight. That's the reward. I am back.
Tito Ortiz weighing in for 206.
I was 207 15 minutes ago. Thanks for your skill.
Hard work. Step on square when you're ready. 204.8.
No, I'm 205.
Chuck Liddell, 203.4. Stand up. Yeah. Appreciate it. I agree.
Let's go. Ray,
Good job.
Yes, sir. That was easy work. It's made this fight even easier work. That's why you put 18 weeks of fucking camp in. Shit's easy. That was the easiest weight cut of my career.
The third installment of Wars in tomorrow night, featuring the Huntington Beach Bad Boy. The talk will finally come to an end. The Iceman, the Huntington Beach Bad Boy. Tomorrow the score settles. Wars in. from the fabulous Forum here in Inglewood, California.
This was sad. I mean, it was like everybody knew it was going to happen for the most part. Chuck Liddell was not the Iceman tonight. He was an aged fighter, an aged athlete trying to rekindle some sort of magic that just wasn't there. And Tito Ortiz took advantage of it. I mean, I think he felt all along, this is the perfect opportunity for me to win. And you know, Chuck said it best. He's like, well, I don't understand why Tito's trying to sell this redemption angle if I'm the old, washed-up fighter. How does that give him redemption? Yet Tito didn't seem to mind afterwards, right? He dug the grave, he jumped on top of the cage. For him, this was a giant thing to get over, to beat Chuck Liddell, and he managed to do it. But yeah, my first reaction was this is not what you want to see from the great mixed martial artists that we've known in their prime and who have had incredible careers and amazing victories, and you don't want to see them relegated to this. But this is what they did.
Who do you want to fight next?
There's no one out there to fight. This Chuck Liddell thing was the biggest thing that I've been on my mind. There's no one that will bring me out. Nobody. I'm done. I want to focus on great stuff. I mean, I still got my head on my shoulders. I could actually be a great businessman. Let me focus on the right things and not focus on a million things, because then I get kind of disillusioned with what I need to do, right? You know, being a father's number one. Being a businessman could be number two. Being a fighter, I did it for 21 years. I'm willing to walk away. People always want to say, Tito, one more fight, one more fight, one more fight. Just when you think you got out of it, should suck you right back in. I don't want that to happen. It's nice to walk and talk and be able to touch my feet and be able to throw a football with my kids if I need to, or a baseball, or wrestle around with them. You know, when my son says, Dad, I don't want you to fight anymore. Maybe I listen to my kids. They want Dad back. When Chuck was punching at me, I was like, it was like a slow-mo, and I was like, slip, slip, slip. I was like, oh. And then I think about 2.5 minutes into it, he threw a jab and like caught me, and it was so slow. I was like, I can't believe I just got touched right now. I was like, this guy. And I hit him back, and I was like, I hit him again. I went to go through a right hand, and he fell. And I thought I hit him, but I didn't. I guess it was just a slip. And I came up, and I hit him with a left hook. And I saw his eyes kind of go, woo. I was like, oh, I heard him, I think. I just kept the pressure, kept the pressure, kept the pressure. I wasn't going to wrestle. This fight was never about wrestling. I faked him out the whole time, telling him I'm going to take him down. And it was funny because in the press conference when I said that I'm going to take you down, I'm going to bash you with my elbows. And he was like, oh, he let his secret out. He let his secret out. No, that wasn't a secret. I was going to stand up and punch you. I believe in my hands because I'm sparring with the best guys in the world right now. They're in my gym at Ruka. You know, Jason Perillo believes in me. I put my work in, and it showed tonight. I mean, you get that feeling of, is this the last one? I want it to be.
You know, I was kind of going to slow play him, just make sure he didn't give me any confidence, get a cheap takedown, because it seemed like, you know, but, you know, I should have fought the way I normally do. I don't care if you take me down, I'll get back up. I should have came out at him at a fast pace. I should have started. I was kind of back and forth between hanging back and doing fast. I went with the hang back and kind of want, you know, get it going and figure out what he's doing. And I should have gone for the fast. I should have gone after him fast. But then again, it's, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Would it have changed the outcome? Who knows? So, whatever.
It's over. It's done. That's it. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you very much. I appreciate all you guys for coming here. I think all you guys for supporting this brand of Golden Boy MMA. Guys, thank you. Thank you. This is the beginning of something great, guys. Thank you.
Drop the mic, babe.
I don't want to break it.
Thank you, everybody. That concludes the press conference. Thank you, everybody, for coming and attending this great fight.